The sun beat down on the dusty assembly as thousands of Israelites crowded into the valley. Murmurs turned to chants, "Give us a king! Give us a king!" Samuel stood in the center, his weathered face tense, staff clenched in his hand. He had judged Israel for decades, but now they were pushing him aside. His sons had failed as leaders. The people were angry, impatient, and done waiting on God. "You don't need a king," Samuel warned. "God is your king." But they wanted a leader like the other nations, someone with armor, a sword, and a crown. Samuel turned away in grief. That night, he prayed like he never had before. Yahweh's answer was heavy. "They are not rejecting you, Samuel. They are rejecting me." Then Yahweh spoke. "Give them what they ask for, but warn them." Samuel gathered the elders the next morning. "You want a king? Then know this, he will draft your sons into war. He'll take your daughters for his service. Your vineyards, gone, your land, taxed. You will become servants to your own ruler." Still they shouted back, "We want a king over us." Meanwhile, in the hills of Benjamin, far from the protests and politics, a tall, unassuming man named Saul was chasing donkeys. Literally. His father's animals had wandered off, and Saul and a servant had spent days searching the countryside. He was strong, striking, a full head taller than most men, but had no aspirations, no reputation, just a guy on a wild donkey chase. "We should head home," Saul said, weary. "My father will worry about us now." But the servant pointed toward a nearby village. "There's a man of Yahweh there. Maybe he can help us." At that very moment, Yahweh spoke to Samuel. "Tomorrow I will send you the man who will rule my people." The next day, Saul walked into the town not knowing his life was about to change. He just wanted directions. But when Samuel laid eyes on him, everything clicked. "This is the one." Samuel greeted Saul warmly. "The donkeys you lost. Don't worry, they've been found." Then he added something cryptic. "And to whom is all the desire of Israel, if not to you and your whole family?" Saul blinked. "I'm from the tribe of Benjamin, the smallest. Why would you say that to me?" Samuel smiled but said no more. That evening, Saul was seated at a feast in the place of honor, confused, curious, and still very much unaware of what was coming. The next morning, Samuel pulled him aside on a quiet hill outside the village. He took out a flask of oil, poured it on Saul's head, and said, "Has not Yahweh anointed you ruler over his inheritance?" Saul was stunned. A king, him, but Samuel wasn't finished. "You'll receive 3 signs today. When they all come true, you'll know this is real." First, Saul met 2 men who told him exactly what Samuel had said. The donkeys were already found. Next, he encountered 3 travelers, one carrying goats, one with wine, one with bread. They offered him 2 loaves. Finally, a group of prophets came down from a hill, playing instruments and singing. As Saul approached, the Spirit of Yahweh rushed over him, and he began to prophesy right alongside them. People stared in shock. Is Saul also among the prophets? Soon after, Samuel called all the tribes of Israel to a public ceremony. He was about to reveal Yahweh's chosen king. One by one, the tribes and clans were narrowed down by lot, until it landed on the tribe of Benjamin, then the family of Kish, then Saul. But when they looked for him, Saul was gone. Yahweh had to tell them, "He's hiding among the baggage." People ran and pulled him out. There he was, tall, broad-shouldered, nervous, still unsure of himself. Still wondering if this was real, Samuel turned to the crowd. "Look at the man Yahweh has chosen. There is no one like him among all the people." And the people roared, "Long live the king!" But not everyone cheered. Some doubted, others whispered. Saul was anointed but not yet fully accepted. He returned home quietly, waiting for his time. Saul didn't chase a crown. He chased a lost animal. He didn't want fame, he avoided it. But Yahweh called him anyway. This story isn't about Saul's rise to power. It's about how leadership finds you when you're not looking. It's about how Yahweh can use ordinary days, awkward moments, and even donkey chases to put people exactly where they need to be. In a world obsessed with titles, likes, and clout, the story of Saul reminds us. Real leadership is more about calling than clout, and sometimes destiny begins with a detour.